Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're in Warsaw, Poland, answering one of your questions that you've posted us. One of our fans asked us, Mark, how do you all decide which airline to fly? Well, I'll be honest, we actually do fly a lot of airlines. There's airlines we prefer to fly with, and we like to get miles with, but price is also something that will come to effect. Safety records come to effect as well. So overall, when I'm looking to fly intercontinental, US to Europe or US to Asia or South America, I usually like to stick with the same airline because I fly quite often, so I like to get the miles so I can get the premium status, so I can get upgrades and stuff like that. And also what I've seen is when I do that, I start to get better service, and so I keep flying with them. So that's why lately I've been flying a lot with Delta, because the customer service I've had from them has been really outstanding. I used to fly with United all the time, and then their customer service kind of went down a bit. I mean, this is before the guy got his face smashed into the thing. I mean, I remember having to fight to try to get miles and ask him, hey, you didn't cancel my flight like you said you would, and then you canceled my entire flight when we were supposed to get rebooked, and it was my fault that they messed it up, and you get kind of frustrated with that. So I have actually switched airlines, which were my preferred ones, okay? But so you look at that. But a lot of times what it really comes down to is price. Because if I'm going to have one of these shorter flights, like anything under 3 hours, man, pretty much any airline is going to be okay with me because I can suck it up for 3 hours, okay? That's like driving to my parents' house. It's no big deal. The thing is, when I look at that, I'll look at when are the flights, what airports they're going to. Like I love using EasyJet because it's cheap and I get good service, and they usually fly to like normal airports. Sometimes when I've flown with Ryanair, they say, oh, you're going to Stockholm, but you don't go to the main Stockholm one, you go to this other one like 100 kilometers away, and you're like, ugh. So I'll also look at what airport they go to, because sometimes the cheap airline is actually more expensive than like going with British Airways, because they're going to an airport that's so far out and it's going to cost you so much money to get there. So that will influence us as well. What I also look at is I look at where the connections are going. If it's an airport I know and I understand and I'm comfortable with, then I know I can fly through there. It's going to be a less hassle. For example, I know if I'm flying through Amsterdam, that is a simple airport to get in, get out, get through, no big deal. So if I only have like a short layover, I'm not worried about it. But if I'm going to fly through Heathrow, well, I might come to one terminal, I got to get to another terminal. How long is that going to take? I might avoid flying through different terminals, okay, or different airports. So there's a lot of things that kind of go in there, okay? For example, if you're going to fly through New York, a lot of the airlines get delayed because of delays in New York. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to fly from Chicago, direct from Chicago. And of course, I look at the safety record as well. If it's an airline I don't feel safe with, or Jocelyn doesn't feel safe with, we won't fly with them at all, even if they have unbelievably great prices. So those are kind of some of the things that influence us. And having said that, I don't always fly with Delta. I'm flying with SAS to Stockholm later this year. But I did fly with them to Nicaragua and France and here and all these other places already. But anyway, or co-chairs with them at least. So just know there's a lot of different airlines out there. They all have their benefits and their takeaways and stuff like that. And that's why I say is find what airline's great for you. Because right now for me, Delta's a great airline. I got an airport that has them like 50 minutes from my house. I can drive there, park for free, and go. Or I can drive 2 hours and get even more Delta flights. The airport next to me only has like American. And I'm not really super happy with them now making the leg space another 2 or 3 inches smaller. So going from 31 to 29 inches might not seem a lot, but when you've got 2 little kids that are trying to smush up with you and this, it gets a little upsetting. So anyway, hope that helps you know how we choose our flights. How do you choose yours? Let us know in the comments section below. And I'll say bye from Warsaw.